What's going on, Mr. Demon?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed.
So am me.
So I tell you what, Mr. Demon, let's start off with this here. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me where you're from.
Well, my name is Charles Spencer. Everybody call me Demon. I'm originally from Franklin, Louisiana, and I've been in Franklin for a lot of years. And I migrated from here to the United States Army, which I was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas, Custer Hill, Engineer Department, 34th Engineers Incorporated. And went from there all the way until I come back to St. Louis, Missouri, at Fort Leonard, Missouri. And I just traveling around, and as I was going through these procedures, I got myself in a little in and out of what we call lively problems with daily issues with people, with my kind of people who may not even be my kind. And one thing led to another. I met Mr. Christopher Byers. Everybody called him Chris. His name is Henry Byers. Henry Christopher Byers. I think he had just got out of cotton port.
Tell me about your childhood.
Well, my childhood, well, I left home at the age of 12 years old. I just got promoted to the 9th grade. And I left from my hometown, which is Greenwood, Florida, and moved from there to Newark, New Jersey with my cousin Paul. I stayed there until I made 18. Then I volunteered and went into the United States Army. And after that, I left from there and migrated from there all the way to Detroit, Michigan. From Detroit to Ypsilanti, Michigan, which is 39 miles on the outskirts of Detroit. And then from Ypsilanti, Michigan, I moved to Jackson, Tennessee, and from there to Memphis, Tennessee. After that, it's been a whirlwind of different places. And I've been a lot of different places. About take me a lifetime to tell it all to you.
Right.
And after I've done that, I come back to Louisiana from same place, Fort Riley, Kansas, Interstate 70, all the way from Interstate 70 all the way back up to Chicago, from Chicago back around through the loop, back through St. Louis, through Missouri. Out of Missouri, got back to here, and I met Mr. Chris Byers, like I was trying to say. Me and him became the best of friends, real good friends. He had just got released from prison, and he had a charge on him at that time was what we call pimping, but it wasn't pimping. The proper name for it was white slavery. That's what the name of it is. So we got together and hooked up with things. And that's when I got to Franklin, Louisiana. And he stayed in St. Joe. I stayed right there in Franklin. We just a little small community on the outside of Franklin, which is St. Joe. So I was getting ready to get some clothes out of the cleaner. And I walked in the club and I told him, I said, well, look, man, I need to borrow $300. He said, what you need to borrow $300? I said, well, man, I need to get my clothes out the clean. He said, you got that many clothes cleaned? I said, yeah, that's what I got. He said, well, I can do that for you. He said, how you gonna pay? I said, man, you know I work hard, you know. So I was blasting and painting. And so I said, he loaned me that $300. So I turned around and I was watching him do his thing. So he said, man, you interested? I said, yeah, man. Look pretty good to me. Profitable. So he said, I'm gonna try you out. I said, what you mean, but try me out? I said, man, I can pay my own way. He said, ain't what I'm talking about. He said, this is a big adventure you finna take me. So he gave me a little matchbox. Had about 4 little stones in it. I said, man, what I'm gonna do with this, man? He said, well, selling it. Do whatever you gotta do. I said, okay. Before he could even make it from Franklin back to St. Joseph, I already sold it. In the cook, just that quick. So he said, man, damn, you through already? I said, yeah, I'm through, man. Been through. I've been waiting on you. I said, I can't just run back and forth from here to St. Joseph.